Muy buenas noches. Vamos a ver, hoy no le he dado todavía a lo del temporizador y me parece que no le voy a dar. Bueno, ¿qué tal lleváis la noche? A ver, vamos a ir cargando el chat que lo pueda ver en la pantalla secundaria y el juego en la primaria. Vale, si me veis mirar hacia este lado, a ver, ahora estoy mirando la pantalla normal y ahora estoy mirando el chat, para que sepáis a dónde estoy mirando cada vez. Sí, es que hoy es miércoles. Normalmente son los martes cuando yo estoy más cansado. Porque voy, dicen que el lunes es muy mal día y tal. Yo veo que es peor el martes, porque el lunes llegas con energía, te excedes y entonces es el martes cuando estás más cansado. A propósito, el peor el miércoles, ¿y eso?
Phelps, Bukowski, you have a new case. 2 women, possible drink drive.
How is that a case?
The broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
That's the bit you're gonna love. Right across the street.
What?
A Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it.
See you later, fellers. Try not to work too hard.
Look at you bantering with the boys. Brings a tear to my eye.
Pues sí,
watching my
yo
caterpillar
la pierdo todo el lunes.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Educated, hardworking, straight as an arrow. I hate to break it to you, Cole, but you'll never fit in Central.
Pues por la foto que has escogido para tu perfil, me parece que era de Sailor Moon.
Olive oil comes from olive. Where's baby oil?
Vamos a ver cómo podemos llegar a este sitio. Yo es que nunca llegué a ver esa serie. Era pequeñillo y no llegué a verla. A mí me iban otro tipo de series más, un poquito más de acción. Vamos a ver si se puede subir por aquí. Y nos ahorramos coger el coche. Que sé que sufrís.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
Pues esto va, me lo dices en castellano y me entero.
Her face looks familiar.
Well, that's June Ballard, Tarzan's sister, Beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the two of them still have juice.
Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight.
What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her stories that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passenger's a Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, you can stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
Hey! Out of the way, bub!
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
Vamos a ver cómo podemos bajar por aquí. Eso te pasa por beber.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
Unas braguitas rotas.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Vale, ya hemos examinado las braguitas, ahora el bolsillo. Buenas estás a dar. Y buenas a Sangaroz, que creo que no te he dicho nada. Aquí lo que tenían que hacer es una semana de 5 días, 3 días de trabajo, 2 días de descanso. Eso de los 7 días es muy del siglo XX.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Pues no hay mucha pista por aquí. Vamos a ver en el otro lado. Ah, bueno, no he mirado a ver si se podía mirar algo en la guantera, si había algo en la guantera. No, no parece que me deje tocar por ahí. Pues que había dos mujeres aquí en el coche. Una llevaba en el bolso una carta de su madre diciéndole que volviera, que el sueño de dedicarse al espectáculo que no era para ella, y unas braguitas rotas en uno de los lados, y que van a comprobar a ver si tienen semen o no. Y en la carta aparece el nombre de la madre. Vamos a ver si por aquí hay marcas de rodadas o algo que podamos investigar.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of Beast of...
I don't like. Keep out of this.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us on Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
Está así como moviendo el pómulo. Y eso no sé si será que no es verdad o que anda cachonda perdida. ¿Lo ponemos en duda? Vamos a ponerlo en duda.
It's a serious offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady. And don't bother your handsome head about this. My husband will settle the score with Mark Bishop.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
Vamos a decir que esta es verdad.
And she's your protege?
You could say that. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
No, mal.
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
No gesticula. Entonces, ¿qué decimos por aquí? ¿Que es verdad? ¿Que es mentira? No es duda porque la duda era cuando movía el pómulo. Pues si antes dije que era mentira y estaba gesticulando, ahora vamos a decir que es mentira porque es justo... Bueno, si decía que estaba... Si fallé, entonces tiene que ser que esta sí es mentira.
That's a lie and you know it. This goes deeper than that.
I'm sorry. Maybe you'd like to go ahead and prove that, honey.
Sacamos el tema de las braguitas. Vamos a sacar el tema de las braguitas, total. Yo creo que ya hemos fallado.
I'm in pain here, detective. I nearly died. Now you're throwing these stories around here like they're facts?
Nah, esta está yo muy
This is a
despistado.
big scene, Phelps. We need to get our bearings. Let's go see the coroner.
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
Y no hay por aquí ni una marca del fabricante ni nada por el estilo.
Just when I think I've seen it all.
We should speak to Ballard again. She might not be telling us the whole story.
We found a shrunken head that was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
Mira hacia los lados. O baja la mirada. Pero no mueve el pómulo. Decimos que es mentira.
Mrs. McAfee, you're lying. You're wasting our time. You know what's going on here. You just won't tell us.
You're sweet, but simple too. The burden of proof is with the law.
Vamos a decir que estaban drogadas y por eso no recordaba no podía recordar lo de haber estado al volante.
Don't worry yourself. This will all get sorted out. This is the way things get done in Hollywood.
No,
Mrs.
muy mal.
McAfee,
Uno de
I think
cuatro.
it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm being taken in?
You could say that.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that you are under the influence of narcotics and that you are withholding information from the police.
My husband is going to want a word with you, Sonny Jim.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
Vale, ya me he vuelto a equivocar de botón. Y nos vamos al Hospital Central. Que está... al lado de la comisaría. O sea, se puede ir andando.
So what's going on over there?
Say, could I borrow some of that mascara?
Let me guess.
¿No eran los jíbaros los que reducían las cabezas?
Sam is taking me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
He's good looking for a policeman.
Just don't know how to dance to bebop.
Heavens!
Pues no tenía ni idea de que eran los mismos.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room, right behind you, Detective.
You can't hold me here. No, I don't need to be manhandled
Feeling
by
better
a
since
doctor.
this morning,
I need
Jessica?
my lawyer.
You think she's okay to have visitors?
The telephone.
Ask the doc.
Do you know who I am?
Not sure this means much.
Hidrato de cloral en la sangre, recién administrado. Pruebas de abuso sexual.
You're making me uncomfortable. Just standing around here looking at me, not saying anything.
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Ahí está desviando mucho la mirada. Vamos a decir que es mentira y le vamos a sacar el tema de las braguitas.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault. It's not my first time. I had a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage. We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
No se lo cree ni ella.
You're lying, Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, Detective, why would I lie to you?
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
Esto sí tiene pinta de ser verdad.
What do you know about Bishop?
He makes movies. I had to do a screen test. That's when you say some lines in front of the camera with the lights turned on you.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Vamos a ponerlo en duda.
Someone tried to kill you, Jessica. Do you get it? Forget about being in movies. It's time to act like a grown-up.
I had to wear a robe and lay down on a stone. There were lights, a camera. It's not my fault. I'm not a bad girl. Why are you trying to hurt me?
Thank you, Jessica.
Dos de
Been a big
cuatro.
help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
Sencillamente no estás como
Tale
para
of this town,
ponerte a
Cole.
actuar.
Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her. There she goes. Come on.
Ballard is definitely up to something. She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery. You've got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps. Get in there and see what she's up to.
Pues yo soy de ojos pequeños, entonces esto tiene que ser el aparato este. Vamos, el aparato no, el avatar. Pero si me he puesto al lado de la puerta. Salvo que quisiera que me pusiera al lado de la puerta de mi coche.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
What's the special of the day?
Get in there and see what she's up to.
I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it. You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls. I'm going to be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803. Sure, I got the film.
Vamos a ver dónde queda esto. No me Snap Movie, ¿no? ¿No ves que no hay tripas ni nada por el estilo?
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh, shit. You better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd have done the job properly. McCaffrey will break a fella's legs just for looking at his broad the wrong way. Right here.
What did you make of the kid? You believe the story?
I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Gun it! Let's get to the apartment before someone gets hurt.
Car 11K, 11K, we have no other units available. What is your ETA to the 415 in progress at 1220 West 7th Street?
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
El 803 hacia este lado.
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.?
Mrs. Bishop. Gloria Bishop. Please, come in, officers. I'll just need to sit down for a moment.
Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess.
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
I will. Thank you, officer.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that. It doesn't appear to be connected. Not everything here is going to be relevant. Seems irrelevant.
¿Ahí que pone Belle Mademoiselle? Sí, parece. Hairnet, una redecilla para el pelo. Un cheque. Banco de Arcadia. Para Lorna Hopgood.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
No preguntes. ¿Qué hay que hacer para ganar esa cantidad?
Presented to Mark.
A mí eso de gay cowboys me parece que es un género para adultos, vamos a decir. Por lo menos el título es lo que me hace pensar. Aunque bueno, eso explicaría lo de la forma de hacer el casting.
Optimistic, Cole.
Esto es una prueba para el bolsillo.
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
Y esto que hay aquí tiene una estructura bastante faliforme. Eso que hay al fondo. A ver qué pongo el lapicerito. A esto me refiero. ¿Qué le pasa a mi mirada? Las cosas en que me fijo. Hombre, cuando ves lo de gay cowboys, pues uno sospecha del género de cine que hacen.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
I doubt it.
El Nuevo
Doesn't give me
Testamento.
anything to go on.
Ya verás, ahora voy, lo abro y hay un hueco oculto para poner una petaca llena de whisky.
Doesn't look like anything. Nothing significant.
No te preocupes.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
De todas formas, en esta ciudad todo el mundo tiene cierta tendencia a no lavar los platos y las cosas de comer.
Maybe. No.
Pensaba que me iba a dejar mirar la hora, pero no ha reconocido la hora como algo importante.
There's the set. Hollywood's own little piece of Babylon. I don't think this is going to help us. Looks like a mermaid in the background. Silver screen.
Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
No good to me.
Vale, pues creo que ya hemos encontrado todas las pistas porque no suena nada. Bueno, vamos a echar un vistazo a ver qué es lo que nos dice esta mujer.
Those men. I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
No la incluye en sus negocios y parece estar molesta por eso. ¿Decimos que es verdad?
Your husband was using June Ballard in his new movie?
Hardly. Mark feels that June Ballard has limited range and is over the hill.
Pues no era.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Parpadea mucho, pero no cambia la cara. ¿Le ponemos en duda? Vamos a ponerla en duda.
You are complicit in all of this, Gloria. You know what happens to these poor deluded kids, and you go along with it. I need to find your husband.
Why'd you come to Hollywood, detective? Handsome young man like you might find a little something in the movies. You've never thought about it?
No, I haven't.
Well, then you must be the only person in this burg who hasn't.
We're born into temptation, Detective. It's character that determines what we do about it.
No, otro fallo.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
Tenemos ahí un cheque. Así que
You're
esto es
lying,
mentira.
Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, Detective?
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
No sé. ¿Verdad? Pues venga, vamos a decirle verdad. Aunque no creo. No creo porque si no, no estaría haciendo castings. Y mueve mucho los ojos. Lo que pasa es que me va a pedir que elimine alguna de las... No, es que dé alguna justificación. ¿Le decimos lo del abuso sexual? Venga, pues vamos a tirar de mentira y de abuso sexual.
You know exactly what happened yesterday, don't you, Mrs. Bishop? You've been through it yourself.
I'm gonna call my lawyer. You have a damn cheek accusing me of that. You should be ashamed of yourself, Detective. I've already been through a lot today without your harassment.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Espera, si aquí hay un teléfono tiene que ser porque se puede utilizar para algo.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thanks.
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, and a movie producer's wife. We're finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act.
Espera, Vamos a ver si podemos chismear un poco con el portero. No, no da la opción. Yo que iba a soltarle un pequeño soborno. Que nunca está de más tener un informante por ahí. Vale, veamos dónde queda esto. Sea por aquí a la derecha.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McAfee.
Officer needs assistance, 540 West 9th Street and Uncle Sam's Army Supply, 540 West 9th Street. Unit can handle code 2, identify.
Watch what you're doing!
Take it easy, Phelps. I'd rather get there in one piece.
Va a ser ese edificio de ahí.
Are you liquored up?
Y ahí el mascarón de una sirena con las mamillas al aire.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ! I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
Aquí es donde uno aprovecha para intentar mirar en el libro de cuentas,
So, you coming?
pero no me da la opción. Vamos a echar un vistazo a lo que tienen por aquí.
So, you coming?
Bueno, lo vemos a la salida.
So, you coming?
Que sí que ya voy pesado.
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm gonna take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Otra cabecita reducida. Unas pastillinas. Hidrato de cloral.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Y seguramente encontremos por aquí algún soporte sin cabeza.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Y ahí hay una cámara.
Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Huh. Well, well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
Yo creo que tiene que haber algo más por aquí.
Probably nothing. Nope.
Esta no se puede abrir.
Can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Crema de manos líquida.
Incidental.
Aquí hay una cadenita para la luz, pero no parece que se pueda tirar de ella. ¿Y por dónde se entra a la habitación secreta? No puedo apretar los pulsadores. No he encontrado el soporte de la cabeza. Y esto no me es posible retirarlo. Ni desde aquí, ni desde el lado opuesto. Supongo yo que sí. Hombre, la pista ya la tengo. No, aquí tenemos el hidrato de cloral, pero no hemos encontrado la forma de poder cogerlo de la cámara. Y supongo yo que coger el martillo no me va a dejar. Y pegarle un martillazo al cristal este de espejo. Por fuera del edificio vamos a intentarlo. Pero no creo. Eso sería por aquí más o menos. Ah, pues sí. Tenías toda la razón. Aquí tenemos más cabezas, pero ni un solo soporte.
So this is where you sprang from.
Esta es la que es clavada a la anterior.
Listen, I have to call you back. I got some business here.
Sit down, Courtney. This is Mickey. Mickey, this is Courtney Sheldon. What would you like to drink?
Scotch. Straight up.
I hear you're back at school learning to be a doctor, kid.
Yes. That's right, Mr.
So
Cohen.
you want to be a doctor and a dope peddler. Interesting combination, huh?
Do we have a problem, Mr. Cohen?
We might have, yeah. Selling your dope to my boy Lenny looked like a good move, but Lenny has been supplying, wholesale, so to speak. The Bindle boys in this town aren't used to the juice without a little of the middleman taking his cut.
Lenny promised that wouldn't happen, Mr. Cohen. And Lenny works for you.
What can I say about Lenny? Let me think. Oh yeah, he's a putz. And he's lazy, and he's greedy, but he's my wife's brother. How can you make a cake with those ingredients, huh?
So how is that my problem, Mr. Cohen?
Well, kid, the only way we're going to be able to make this work is to do some repackaging. We need to get the dope out of those dinky little cardboard boxes and...
Surrettes.
Yeah, Surrettes. That's right. We can put it into a big vat so we can water it down a little bit.
I won't bore you with the chemistry, but it doesn't work that way. You're likely to kill even more people.
Okay, listen. We want to buy you out, kid. I'll offer you 50 grand. Hey, hey! You don't like my offer? The Sheldon kid? I think I want him dead.
Ahí, con pata de la puerta, bien dada. Tambores de la selva.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
Tenemos pruebas.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
Creía tener pruebas. Vale, me deja verlo, pero no hay nada que examinar.
I wonder if they saw this, how many budding starlets would still get on the bus to come to Hollywood.
Uy, también para grabarle cuando hacen pipí. Qué turbio esto. Qué gente más mala. Que le gusta grabar a gente haciendo guarreridas. Y me parece a mí que tras interrogar a este lo voy a dejar ya por hoy.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop was doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
No me lo creo. Así que voy a utilizar como prueba la lata de
Bishop was
película.
here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant, and now you start throwing your weight around?
Pues sí, ¿qué pasa?
I have a drugged-up 15-year-old girl, and you have chloral hydrate in your drinks cabinet. You give me something, or I will break your fucking jaw, Hopgood.
Bishop was here with June Ballard and the girl. A lot of producers and directors use this place. I'm not responsible for what goes on here.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
No gesticula, parpadea pero no demasiado. Vamos a decir que es verdad.
You're
Y que no
delivering
sabe
props
nada.
to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown wreck of a set. That place is dangerous. But it might be a good spot to hide.
What's the deal with you and June Ballard?
Look, buddy, I make props. I hardly ever meet the talent unless it's something tailor-made for them, like a sword or something.
No gesticula tampoco. Quizás mueva un poco la boca. Vamos a decir que es verdad.
What made Bishop change his mind about putting Ballard back into the picture?
A bribe.
What kind of bribe?
Jessica Hamilton.
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps! Roy Earl, ad vice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlin?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing.
No,
it's the
que
husband
va.
we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part. Happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, the guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen. Stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
I'll try for the tires. Keep your foot down.
They really don't want anybody getting to Bishop before they do.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
can't take a shot from here, Cole.
We need to lose those fools, Phelps.
Make a move! We're sitting ducks here!
Either give me a good shot or get us the hell out of here.
Let's see him chase us now. On to the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
Este para mí que no sale en el segundo juego. Vamos, en la continuación. Que no existe. Que es simplemente una broma. Vale. No puedo salvar. Pues nada, lo dejamos aquí. Y esperemos que se haya quedado grabado. Y que no nos toque empezar de nuevo desde cero. En fin. Pues nada, lo dejamos por aquí. Muchísimas gracias por venir, muchísimas gracias por quedaros despiertos los que sigues despiertos, muchísimas gracias por haberme saludado antes de dormirme. Venga, nos vemos mañana.
No tenéis
Chao.
que hacerlo.
Muchísimas gracias, Angalot.